Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and I have discovered something amazing. So, interesting thing about this game. In the options, it says, auto fire enabled, off. I turned it on. I'm quite literally just pressing my thumbsticks now. This is awesome. This makes the life a lot easier, because now I don't even have to worry about firing, and my fingers are happy. Oh, they are happy. Now, we do have to worry about the giant rats a little bit, but I think I just realized I'm doing a build in Wimpy. Whatever, I actually want to win for once, so let's grab the speed rune without getting hit by anything else. Yeah, I hopped into Wimpy without actually really thinking about it. I was just like, hey, let's do a Wimpy run to figure out if the auto fire actually works, and the answer is, oh, it works. Which, you know what this means? This means I'm going to try the quad fire run. What is quad fire, you ask? I'm going to try and load up okay. I'm probably going to do Chaos Bolt and really just any... Ooh, these bats are jerks. Oh, let's just go invincible for a little bit and kind of focus on murdering their faces. It works! Beautiful. Okay, so this run is kind of experimental. Ideally, I'd like to get as many freaking Chaos runes as or Entropy runes as I possibly can. Because ideally, get 4 and do double lightning, double chaos bolt. And I mean, realistically, yes, there are other spells that I could get along the way. Particle spray is a consideration. I might actually consider that instead of one of the chaos bolts. But I mean, the linchpin is essentially going to be double lightning, because you get that, you pretty much have enough DPS to get you through to the end of the game. This is also incredibly useful for a potential shield run at some point, because essentially I can have the shields auto-casting. And once you're auto-casting, you never have to click it again. I believe if I click it again, yep, it turns off auto-cast. So the question is, does it auto-cast every spell or just my click spells? I don't know. That's what I'm here to find out. So we got a speed rune, and I'm just going to hold on to it. We've got a lot of health sitting around, so I can go back for it if I really need it. But ideally, I would like to be able to just kind of churn through large amounts of enemies very quickly. And easiest way for me to do that, quad shot. Will this build work? I don't know. I hope so. Could be kind of fun. Unfortunately, right now, we do a fair amount of damage, which is nice, but at the same time, we're not quite there yet. Let's see if I can... Oh, I need to get out of there. Before... Oh, I see. There's a +1 zombie. That's part of the reason why he's tanking. But also my chaos bolts are inaccurate as all get out. Let's see if I can crush these skeletons before they get up. Beautiful. Okay, so... Oh, geez. That zombie moves fast. Let's crush the... Yep. Let's crush the skeletons. Realistically, he moves a hell of a lot faster than I do. Just a terrifying concern. Okay, well... I'm relying on the fact that I have a lot of health sitting around in the previous rooms to make up for the fact that I took a fair amount of damage there. So we get speed rune. Could potentially put it into sprint already. Not entirely sure I want sprint. It could also just get a kinetic bolt as like a holdout damage spell. It's very tempting, actually, come to think of it. Because the thing is, well, we're running into a lot of empty enemies, and they're not being friendly to us. Not in the slightest. Actually feel kind of slow as a result of all of these things. Oh, we could do Ice Bolt. Or just Droplet. I don't know. Not excited about my choices here. I've been plagued in the past couple of runs with just low rune drops. I guess it's to balance out the fact that I had one run that just absolutely threw runes at me. Left and right to the point where it was excessive. Because this is one of those, it's like once you make it up to second, I guess the second set of levels, and you've filled out your build and you're not really making a whole lot of spells anymore, then it's not really throwing spells, runes at you. It's just kind of letting you do your thing. Okay, so we get a fire rune. Flamethrower would actually be pretty good if I could get a second fire rune along the way. Steam, not so good, and I actually have no idea what speed fire is. I know it's a thing, I just don't remember what thing it is. No, let's just keep going. Realistically, I think we're going to be fine up until the very end of this level, and then we're probably going to have to make a decision that I probably don't want to make, which would involve, you know, me just making a spell just so I have something else. Either that or if we run into an event room that we have to clear. Because, well, as much as I like Chaos Bolt, it only works so well. Come on, give me an entropy rune. Something, please. No? Jeez. I guess going with Droplet actually wouldn't be half bad. Droplet with Chaos Bolt, pretty solid. I'm just gonna bust these up. Did I get an air rune? Yeah, I did. I could go with Blazing Shield, or I could go with Fire Devil. Flame Devil? But I did a fire build recently. Alacrity Mastery? Tempting. Reduces the effect of Room Auras? Tempting as well. I'm gonna reduce the effect of Room Auras. It's probably gonna be the most viable thing here. Next up, I'm not going to go with Flame Devil. That seems silly to me. Creatable spells, what can we make? We can make Blowout, Flicker. Could make Black Wind, hilariously. Slow Burn, Burning Heart. Oh, Burning Heart is a buff. Flame Devil, Dark Crystal, Ice Bolt, Hail. Nope. Elemental Helix. Oh, it's not Steam, it's Elemental Helix. Problem is, it's got a longish cooldown, which I'm not exactly super excited about. There's Shred. God, these are all pretty bad. So, let's just go with the dumb option, Black Wind. At the very least, it does a lot of damage, so we got that going for us. Now, actually, come to think of it, I don't want to have Black Wind on a autocast slot, because that pretty much is going to make it so it fires off whenever I don't need it to. So this way, at the very least, I should have a fair amount of control over it. There we go. Unfortunately, it takes a little while to activate, but I should be able to rely on it at least a fair amount. Yeah, there we go. It does the necessary death that Chaos Bolt just doesn't quite do. Hey, oh shoot, I used a fire rune. No, I didn't. Now I have two. Oh, that's exciting. You know what that means? Spell I haven't actually showed off before. I know we have some more enemies around, but Flamethrower. Oh, this is going to be good. Because Flamethrower, okay, Flamethrower is going to be part of the quad shot build. Might actually be the best possible complement as far as auto firing goes. And then once I get the double lightning, ooh, everything in front of us is going to burn. Unfortunately, unfortunately, the one problem is we're going to have very awful range. So I might actually consider getting something like White Lightning as a replacement for one of the double lightnings. Either that or something else. I don't know. I could potentially put one Lights Nova on the build. That, oh geez, that was a lot of hearts. I actually forgot they were all there. Either that or I'll just be happy with Dark Winds, but the problem is I use it too much. I'd like to have a build where I can just move towards an enemy and everything in front of me dies. And right now we're getting pretty close. Flamethrower is pretty solid. And does a fair amount of damage from what I remember. Or at least it has good damage scaling. I honestly don't know. Doesn't matter though. So, let's go down and chow down. Not really. I guess mindlessness would also be nice. Okay. So, see, if this was last run, I would have actually gone for the shock rune. But here, I'm going to go for the damage. We need the damage across all of our spells. It's not going to be much, but it'll stack. So the thing with Flamethrower is it really doesn't actually do that much damage. But get some fire runes in there, it's going to do a lot. And, well, it shoots freaking fast. It shoots just about as fast as, it shoots about as fast as Particle Spray, give or take, but it shoots in one coordinated area and hits all enemies in front. Probably shouldn't have just sat there and took it, or actually, you know what I should have done? Just popped Mummy. I'm a dunce. Oh well, but nice thing about Flamethrower, actually strikes through everything and has fairly a sizable thing. So if I could get some bullet size, yep, here's the reason why I went with Flamethrower. Jeez, I am glad I went with Mummy there. That would have been a lot of damage. Okay, so realistically, we're getting there. No shock runes, no entropy runes. So I'm gonna have to keep trying if I want to get necessary stuff, because we got earth and a lot of speed, nothing else. Really hope we can get some more solid melee runes. Really, we just need runes in general. But if I can get some solid melee, oh, I must have used Or no, I'm misremembering the cooldown on the mummy spell. Oh well, doesn't matter that much. I've taken out pretty much all the skeletons without even trying, because, well, we actually do a fair amount of damage. I am so happy about this. Okay, bye giant rat. Now let's just kind of bait the bandit. Beautiful. B B B B B B B B B B B. I should play VVV at some point. That'd be kind of fun. I'm also completely forgetting that I have Black Wind here, just because, you know, I'm already halfway to the quad shot build. Oh, freaking bandits messing with my shit. Well, oh, what? Oh, I'm firing so fast I can't. Huh? I can't use Black Wind. That's interesting. Might have to mess with that a little bit. So I've noticed sometimes that if you have too fast of a cast speed, that you can't actually use your next spell. Yep. I'm actually going to have to use all 4 fingers for this one. That is not happy. Yeah, it's I believe it's the flamethrower messing with us there, which kind of sucks. Oh well. I'll just figure it out. So it could go Air Rune, Bullet Size, Knockback, Crit Chance. We shoot a lot. Let's go with Crit Chance, because the thing is, as far as I can tell, Crit Chance actually does damage independently of everything else. Let's get Black Wind in here. Get that going. Yeah, okay, so ideally I'd like to get Black Wind out of there. I think what I'm going to have to do to alleviate the problem so I can use Black Wind, I'm going to actually have to switch out... I'm going to have to switch out Flamethrower for something else. Or not something else, I'm just going to have to switch it to the other slot, and that might actually let us use Black Wind. Don't know, though. We might actually be unable to do it just because of the mechanics of this game, which, if that's the case, I'm going to be a little bit sad. So, let's try in here. Either that, or I will have to switch Black... Nope. I'm actually going to have to use all 4 fingers for this one. That's a shame. That's a darn shame. Not the end of the world, just a shame. Just a sad shame. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so disappointed about this. I guess it's just one of those where it's like, I was really hoping that I could do this, like, crazy quad shot build. And, I mean, maybe it'll work with something that shoots a little bit faster, but you never know. Ow. Stupid bandit. And we get an Air Rune. Not what we need. At least we're getting some amount of health here, so we're not dying too hard. We're taking a fair amount of damage for floor 2, though. Not exactly happy about that. Ah, man. Just takes one thing to mess up a run, and in this case, it's the own game that's doing it. Oh well. I guess the other thing that I could potentially do as part of all of this is I still would actually really enjoy doing a quadruple Dark Wind build. It's stupid. It's real stupid. Oh shoot. Nope, 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 nope. Gotcha. Oh, hey, wow, he had so many hearts. I don't even know. Okay, so at the very least, we're back up to pretty much full health. We got that going for us, which is pretty freaking sweet. I gotta stop these skeletons, and we've got a heart following us around. That's not appreciated. Interestingly enough, the brain? Oh, God, we got the heart. We did not move fast enough to avoid it. Okay, there we go. So, Banshee Whale? Nope. Flawless Rune, Long-Lasting Bust? Nope, nope, and these are all kind of worthless. Well, let's just go with damage control. Let's just fire off a Black Wind already, and beeline for the bandits, because bandits are jerks. No one likes them. Ooh, there's the Shock Rune. Unfortunately, we do not have the matching entropy rune to make double lightning, which would be nice. We've got a lot of speed runes, though. Okay, and we don't want to pick up that heart. We want to have at least some healing left over for somewhere, for reasons. Watch the staircase be all the way on the other side. But then again, we're going to have to go all the way on the other side anyway. Potentially. Yep, watch out for these things. Jeez, level 2 bats move fast. I don't like them. I don't like anything right now. I am a Crabblepuss. I don't like it. I don't like anything. Everything makes me unhappy because the fact that I can't use my auto fire and Black Wind. And yep, there is in fact the door. Oh well. So realistically, quad shot... Oh, wait. I didn't even notice there was an extra chamber out of here. Well, let's turn our attacks back on and just churn through these things. Maybe we'll get lucky getting entropy. I don't know. What is it about this game where no, apparently there was a heart in that. Probably should have backed off a little bit. What is it about this game where it's like you have a build in mind and it just does not give it to you? We have a lot of earth, we have a lot of air, we have one shock, one dark. Dark wind is dark wind water, which realistically we need more water if we really wanted to do quad wind. God, that would be weird. That'd be such an odd build. But then again, I'm not necessarily geared up for a pure ranged build, so it could actually be very viable. I do have the invincibility, but then again, that really isn't necessary elsewhere. Okay, so I will consider it. It's definitely a possibility doing quad wind. Of course, getting all of the runes would be nuts and nigh on impossible, but I mean, it's potentially doable. But then again, it'd probably be easier getting the rest of this build. Okay, there we go. Double combiner, mind rune. Let's just bust our way through these things. There's nothing left on this floor. We're going down to the next one with full health, so at the very least we got that. Our traits are pretty worthless too, come to think of it. I don't know why I'm so crabby right now. I guess I'm just a grumpy Gus. I could potentially... Ooh, I could get the bullet blocker spell. Yeah, let's do it. I keep kind of... Whoop. Oh, hey, that was the right one. Well, Wind Aura. And realistically, let's just plop all of our runes into Dark Wind. We don't want to do Quad Wind. That's dumb. We've already done it. And realistically, rather just buff up the spell. Unfortunately, we're not getting anything to buff up Flamethrower or Chaos Bolt. We're just not. I don't know. This run just wants us to be a weird build. I don't like it. I want to do whatever build I want. Oh, well, eventually we'll have discovered every single triple combiner spell in this entire game, and then it won't matter. Potentially, because then we could just build out of anything. I'm looking forward to that. One more box. Please have something in it. The answer is no. Okay, so I could get a shock rune, mind levels, or more crit chance. I'm gonna have to go with the crit chance. 4% crit chance, especially with how fast we attack. Essentially, we could actually become this like crazed crit demon at some point, and that could be really cool. Oh, no. Crit damage is in fact based on the spell you're using. Whatever, it doesn't matter that much. If I could get double lightning, ooh, that would do loads of things. Okay, so this actually puts us in a really interesting position. Does it work? Oh, yes, it does. Unfortunately, we're not exactly prepared for it, but that could be really useful later on. Because essentially what I could do is I could set it up so that I have nigh on infinite bullet deflection, and that could make things extra nutsy. That'd be nice. Okay, so what we need at this point, entropy. If I can get a couple of entropy runes, just two, that would give us double lightning, and that'd be nice. I mean, realistically, I'd settle with one, but prefer two, because every time I've done that in the past, it's been absolutely insane. And we've already found the boss room. Realistically, I'm trying to decide if it's worth waiting for. Nope, we're full health. Who are we fighting? Blazia. Okay, so we know what that means. We know sprint, and I'm just going to get rid of that. And let's buff sprint, because, yeah, putting a bunch of speed runes into Wind Aura would have been really nice, but at the same time, being able to sprint past 90% of everything, all that would be nice too. So, realistically, I'm going to have to be a little bit careful with Blazia here. Ow, because the flame puddles are scary. Oh, I see how it works. Let's just use Dark Wind. So, realistically, we're at a severe disadvantage against Blazia to a small degree. I mean, realistically, as long as I do circle shape bullet dodging, I don't have much to worry about. Unfortunately, we're a little bit slow, which is obnoxious. Watch out for the damage zones. I guess really they're not damage zones, they're volcanoes. But yeah, as long as I circle around the flame puddle, we have nothing to worry about. Unfortunately, she does a fair amount of damage to us. Let's just wallop her as she goes by. Okay, and realistically, she only has a couple phases. So once we get her onto phase 3, everything goes back to being relatively okay, because the thing is, we can use the mummy and sprint. We'll probably use we'll use sprint to get past the first two, and then finally use the mummy to get past the last one. You know, the mazes. Because getting past those mazes, well, that's going to be priority number one. Wow, this is getting really dragged out. We do not do the necessary damage to... Jeez. Did this boss fight get changed? It mighta. I don't remember there being 3 flame puddles just shooting at us. Well, let's Black Winter. Ow! Or, no, actually, that did a fair amount. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to be very conservative with my attacks here. And maybe let... here we go. She's doing that again. I actually don't know if Blazia is female or not. I'm just kind of making shit up as I go along, because the thing is, Blazia could very well be a dude. Who knows? But at the same time, I might as well say it's a female just because Spanish. Okay, do not step on those damage zones. They're scary and do a lot of damage. Let's take out the volcano instead as they pop up, because I don't like being hemmed in ever. And realistically, I'm very glad that we actually went with the crits, because the thing is with the crits, they really do not do much damage, but they do enough, and it's essentially like attacking a second time, just you know, 100% accuracy and a little bit of damage. I don't know. It's just nice. So ideally, if I could get more crit bonuses, we'll be in a very good spot. Also, I'm glad that she's not doing fire puddles again. Okay, sprint. Time to shine. Fortunately, we got a volcano along the way. Come on, sprint, 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 sprint. There we go. Oh, hey, the volcanoes go away. Beautiful. Luckily, Blazia takes damage every time I use one of these. Also, I have half of mine to just sprint straight through. And... actually, yep, why not? There's almost no reason why not to do that. Because you essentially skip half of the maze, only take a bare minimum of damage, and, well, here we go. Final maze, no big deal, boss is in the bag. Man, this would have been terrifying if I didn't know how to beat it so easily. See ya! Unfortunately, I'm going to have to, like, hide over here-ish, because the way it works is she goes around... oh, gotta avoid it. There we go, Blazia is dead. We didn't even take that much damage. We're going to get a pair of hearts and a triple combiner. I don't think the triple combiner is going to be very useful to us. 58. Yep, there's nothing better than that one. Soul absorption. Amazing. Okay, so. Nothing to triple up. That's a shame. Oh well, let's clear the rest of this level, I guess. Because realistically, if I could get one triple combiner, we'd be in such a good position. If not, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Or not a triple combiner. One entropy rune. Or just runes in general to triple combine. Because, well, there's a lot of stuff that we could make right now that'd be pretty freaking amazing. Okay. Oh, that's a fire rune. That is a fire rune. So realistically, yes, I could do interesting... I'm going to have to do an... Okay, so I could do an interesting triple with fire, shock, and earth. Very tempting. Very, very tempting. Or fire, earth, earth. Or shock, earth, earth. Let's just go with shock, earth, earth. Learn some things. Because I need some damage. Or I could do just triple earth. Let's just do that. Earth, earth, and earth. What's this? Guy's protection. Ooh, a few chunks of earth float a certain point around you. When an enemy bullet is close to it, it launches itself at it to protect you. What's the cooldown on it? 11 seconds. Ugh. Oh, well. I'll just use it anyway. And I'll just put the earth rune in, reduce the cooldown. Does not reduce it by that much, but it's good to know. And let's toss this in. It's not actually that much damage. Okay, that's a shame. Yeah, flamethrower is probably going to be the first to go, especially if I can't use it in conjunction with double lightning with the quad shot build. Yeah, I might actually have to go something like white lightning. You know, something a little bit slower for quad shot. Which I'm not happy about, but might still be necessary. Yep, and there goes the hell portal, so we got that going for us, which is nice and comforting. Fortunately, we did take a fair amount of damage from here, and I'm hoping to get it back while we're around, and we also, I mean, very luckily did get the perk that makes it so we get health for every or not every kill, but we get a permanent health bonus every 50 kills, and considering how many enemies we ever run into, well, it should be a lot. Let's just turn this on. So we get a light rune. Ooh, could I make... Nope, can't make Lights Nova. Oh, yep, I can make Lights Nova. Well, I guess we got that, and we're full health. So, here's the question. Can I do Lights Nova as this? Get that there. Sprint. How much do I want sprint? Not much. Goodbye, sprint. I did throw maybe one too many speed runes into you, but here's the question. Can I use Lights Nova? No, I can't use either. Well, okay. So, let's switch Lights Nova out for Flamethrower. Now, let's wait until Chaos Bolt is done casting. Okay. Turn them back on. And can I... Oh, yes, I can. So here's what I can do. I can quad shot it this way. That's going to work. So, Lights Nova will provide us a lot of things, and I can't use Flamethrower as much as I'd like, but it'll do. Yeah, it was Flamethrower. So the thing is, okay, cooldown class ability at 7%, reduce the effective room auras. Huh. I'm gonna go with class specialization, because realistically, that's probably going to help us out a fair amount, considering the invincibility. Okay, so realistically, Quadshot had to take a bit of a detour. The Flamethrower just attacks too fast, and in the end, it just ends up being too powerful as a result. But I'm glad it... I mean, I can still use it, I just can't use it as much, because the way this game works is it gives priority to the click spells, but in between the cooldowns, it will cast the other ones. But if you don't have... If your click spells just cast too much, it will actually end up messing you up a little bit. I find that completely ridiculous that that would even be a thing, but it is, so I deal with it. And yes, we're using Lights Nova again. Realistically, there are only so many click spells that you can use before you run out of them, and I'd really want to use Double Lightning, but this game, not being forthcoming about it, much to my general chagrin. Let's switch our headphones around. I'm gonna hold on to that health pickup just for a second. Not sure if it's necessary, but I'd prefer to hold on to it just for a second. Yeah. I would also really love to do a Lights Nova double Dark Wind build, because I could potentially get a lot of Dark Winds blowing. Hell, if I could do a quad Dark Wind using A, B, and the right bumpers and a pair of Lights Novas, that'd actually probably be pretty solid too, come to think of it. Taking a fair amount of damage here and there. Oh well. Let's see, we've got one more room to go into. Doubt I'm going to take too much damage on it, or, correction, I'm probably going to just take a little bit, but have so many health runes sitting around it's not going to matter. Health runes. Heh. Okay, well, let's just see what we're getting into. Oh. Never mind then. Didn't even matter. Let's just let this go. Okay, so realistically, we've got Shock, Light. If I get another... If I get another Earth Rune, it's just flat out going into... Oh, I'm full health. I can just leave. So if I get another Earth Rune, it's going into a second Lights Nova. Just no way about it. Crit damage. Tempting. Tempting. Let's do it, especially because we've got so many crit boosts. And we hit a lot of things. I wonder if Lights Nova can even crit, come to think of it. I don't know. I've never messed around with that.